So, La Chancla functions in multiple portions, but it's like primarily a music venue that Bethany mostly runs, and then the art portion, which I mostly do.
Adri has gone out of their way to find artists that haven't typically had platforms to show their artwork and scouted them and asked them to come show for the first time here. And it's usually underserved, marginalized people that are like either of this community or not typically represented, people of color, trans, queer. I think that has been beneficial to the community because we've given a platform to people that don't usually have one. Most of our shows are typically like teenagers from the South Valley, and that's important to us because these spaces are usually like cool, hipster, like, gatekeeping, nepotism, and we've just really tried to stay away from that and make it community-based.
How did we come up with this name?
We went through a lot of names.
It was so many names.
So many names, and we sat on this one specifically for at least like 3 weeks, maybe a month, going back and forth. We ultimately settled on it because of what it represents in this community.
Also, it's a little silly.
Yeah.
Like, the last thing we wanted was to be taken too seriously, because I think there's with a title, there's often an air of like stuffiness or like a certain expectation, and I think we didn't want anyone to have expectations. We just wanted to experiment and try to make the best of it. We had been talking about it for a long time, just starting a DIY space, because we grew up in DIY spaces and there was a lot of options, and there was just always a lot going on, and it seemed that had come to a halt, and there was really not a lot going on, and there's not a lot of places for people to explore their work and explore work of others. And we kind of wanted to just provide a space that kind of revitalizes the scene and gives something back from what we got when we were younger.
We don't take a commission, so that really helps artists to make money off of their work and continue to build on it. As far as shows go, we really don't take a lot. We hope to cover overhead with maybe taking a teeny bit of the money, but we put the majority of it into the bands. So there's been a lot of younger bands that have been able to make merch or record or
go on tour
because we pay a good amount to them. So I think it's been able to kind of nourish the community in that sense too, and that people are able to have access to these things through the money they make here. We were shocked. We were who even is thinking about us or knows about our little
a little nugget.
Yeah, our little hole in the corner off to the side. But it's been super. It means a lot to be recognized for what we're doing here, because a lot of the time this is pretty thankless, and that's okay. We're okay. The what we get out of this space is so much more important than gratitude or whatever. But it does feel good to be recognized and seen for all the hard work we put into this place, and it does mean a lot to us. So
yeah,
we are very flattered and grateful.